3 things you should never give your boyfriend in a serious relationship. Let's get straight to the point today because I'm not here to sugarcoat things. If you're in a serious relationship with a man, there are some things that you should never, ever give him. And no, I'm not talking about material things. I'm talking about the emotional and mental burdens that can not only destroy your relationship, but also your self-worth. You're not his mother, and if you keep acting like one, you're setting yourself up for a life full of frustration, resentment, and disappointment. But here's the kicker. You probably don't even realize it's happening until it's too late. So today we're diving deep into the 3 things you should never give your boyfriend in a serious relationship. If you're tired of feeling like you're the only one carrying the weight in your relationship, or if you're sick of constantly trying to fix your boyfriend, stick around. This video might just change the way you view your relationship and save your sanity in the process. 1. Unconditional caregiving. You're not his mother first and foremost. Unconditional caregiving. Listen to me, ladies, because this one is a biggie. You are not his mother. And I don't care how much you love him or how much he needs you. There is a massive difference between loving your partner and constantly playing the role of a caretaker. You might be thinking, but I love him, I want to support him. Well, that's great. I'm all about supporting your partner in their dreams and goals. But here's where things go wrong. When you start taking on the burden of solving all his problems, managing his life, or fixing his issues. Let's get one thing clear. Your boyfriend is an adult. He is responsible for his own life. And when you take on the role of his caretaker, you risk becoming his crutch. He may not intentionally be asking for this kind of treatment, but over time the relationship dynamic shifts. He becomes more dependent on you and less capable of solving his own problems. And here's the brutal truth. You're doing both of you a disservice. I'm not saying you shouldn't be there for him when life gets tough. Of course, we all need support from our partners. But when you're consistently being the one to pick up the pieces, handle the emotional labor, and do the mental heavy lifting, something's got to give. And what often happens is that resentment builds. You end up feeling exhausted, unappreciated, and emotionally drained. Think about it. Have you ever found yourself cleaning up his messes, paying for things he should have been able to handle, or constantly telling him what to do? If you're nodding along right now, you might need to take a step back and ask yourself, am I his partner or his second mum? I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like you're doing too much for your boyfriend? Drop a comment below and let's talk about how you've navigated this delicate balance. 2. Your entire identity. Never lose yourself. All right, next up, your identity. This one is crucial because I see it happen all the time. Women losing themselves in their relationship. It's easy to do, right? You get so caught up in making sure your boyfriend is happy that you start neglecting your own needs, desires, and dreams. You stop pursuing your goals, you put aside your own interests, and before you know it, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. I'm here to tell you that is a huge mistake. The moment you lose yourself in the relationship, you start losing your value too. Not just in his eyes, but in your own. Why? Because you're no longer showing up as your full, authentic self. You become an extension of him, instead of being your own person with your own dreams and passions. Now, I get it, you want to be supportive. But if you're so busy investing everything you have into the relationship that you forget who you are outside of it, you're setting yourself up for a massive fall. Trust me when I say this. A man respects you more when he sees that you have your own life, your own passions, and your own boundaries. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your identity for the sake of a relationship. And let me tell you something. If you've been doing that, it's time to change it. When you stop being yourself, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the relationship too. Because what's the point of a relationship if you're not even showing up as the person he fell in love with? Have you ever felt like you lost yourself in your relationship? What steps did you take to find your way back? Share your experiences in the comments below. 3. Excessive validation. All right, the 3rd thing you should never give your boyfriend is excessive validation. Now, this is a tricky one because I know that when you're in love, you want to boost his confidence, make him feel appreciated, and encourage him to be his best self. But there's a fine line between lifting him up and worshipping him. Listen, ladies, constant validation can be toxic. When you're constantly telling him how amazing he is, how perfect he is, how lucky he is to have you, guess what? You start to create an imbalance. Instead of encouraging his growth, you're inflating his ego. And, let's be real, nobody likes a man with an inflated ego. The key here is balance. You should never have to constantly validate your boyfriend to keep him around. If he can't appreciate you on his own, or if he needs constant praise to feel good about himself, that's a red flag. When you're always the one praising him, you start feeling like his emotional caretaker. And guess what? That's not a healthy dynamic. Your relationship should be about mutual respect, not constant admiration. He should be building you up too. It's called a partnership for a reason. Have you ever felt like you're giving too much validation in your relationship? How do you find a balance between encouragement and ego boosting? Let me know in the comments below. So let's wrap this up. The 3 things you should never give your boyfriend in a serious relationship are: 1. Unconditional caregiving. You're not his mom. Stop treating him like a child. 2. Your entire identity. Don't lose yourself in the relationship. You are enough as you are. 3. Excessive validation. Build him up but don't worship him. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about your relationship. Are any of these things happening in your relationship right now? If they are, it's time for a change. You deserve a relationship where both of you are equal partners, supporting and growing together. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And leave a comment. Let me know which of these 3 things you've been guilty of giving in your relationship and how you plan to stop. Let's talk about it. And remember, a strong relationship starts with 2 strong individuals. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.